Did you know most automatic transmissions don't randomly fail? They get trained into failing by daily habits? After years in the shop, I can tell you this. The biggest killers aren't dramatic. They're the small things drivers do every week. Today I'm breaking down 12 things you should never do in an automatic car. And stay to the end, because the bonus tip is a simple habit that can save you thousands and keep your transmission alive way longer than the warranty. Let's get into it. Never drive on a near-empty tank. Running low on fuel isn't just inconvenient. It's hard on your fuel system. Most modern cars use an in-tank electric fuel pump, and fuel helps cool and lubricate it. When you live below a quarter tank, the pump runs hotter and wears faster. And there's another problem people ignore. Gas tanks collect sediment over time. Low fuel means you're more likely to pull debris from the bottom of the tank, which can stress the filter and injectors and cause poor fuel delivery. Rule of thumb, refill before you drop below 1/4 tank if you want the pump to last. Don't coast in neutral. Coasting in neutral feels like a fuel saver, but it's a bad idea for modern automatics. In drive, many cars cut fuel aggressively during deceleration. In neutral, the engine must idle, so you may actually burn more fuel. You also lose engine braking, which means more brake heat on long descents. And in an emergency, you lose instant response because you have to re-engage drive. Keep in drive. Let the car do what it was designed to do. Stop doing full throttle launches from a stop. Hard launches are fun until you pay for them. An automatic isn't a clutch you can control manually. Launching slams a drivetrain with torque, heats the fluid, and stresses the torque converter, mounts, axles, and differential. Do it repeatedly, and you're accelerating wear on everything that makes your car move. If you care about longevity, smooth throttle off the line, especially when cold. Don't race the engine when it's cold. This one destroys engines and transmissions quietly. Cold oil is thicker and hasn't fully circulated. Cold transmission fluid is also thicker, which can cause sluggish shifts and higher internal pressure spikes. If you start the car and instantly drive hard, you're forcing metal parts to move fast before lubrication and temperatures stabilize. What to do instead? Start the car, wait 30 to 60 seconds, then drive gently for the first few minutes. That's it. Don't sit and drive for long periods if you're not moving. If you're stopped for more than a short moment, like a long pickup line, train crossing, or heavy standstill, staying in drive keeps the transmission engaged and builds heat. Heat is the enemy of automatic transmissions. Plus, holding the brake constantly increases pad wear and fatigue. If you're stopped for a while, shift to park. If you're on a slope, use the brake properly too. Don't rest your hand on the shifter. In an automatic, your shifter connects to mechanisms and sensors that aren't designed to have constant pressure. It's not going to explode instantly, but over time it can contribute to sloppy feel, linkage wear, or issues selecting gears. Also, it's a driving control habit. Both hands should be ready on the wheel for quick reactions. Touch the shifter only when you actually need to change a mode. Never shift between drive and reverse while the car is still rolling. This is one of the fastest ways to shock load the transmission. Even a tiny roll matters. If you shift from reverse to drive while still moving backward, you're forcing internal components to fight the car's momentum. That's how you accelerate wear on clutch packs and internals. Rule: complete stop first. Always. Never try to put it in park while the car is moving. Park uses a small locking mechanism meant to hold a stationary vehicle. If you hit park while moving, that mechanism can be damaged. Best case, it makes horrible noises. Worst case, you damage internal parts and end up with a transmission that won't hold the car safely. Park is for stopped cars only. Period. Always use the parking brake, especially on hills. Most drivers skip this and don't realize what it does. When you put an automatic in park, the vehicle's weight can rest on a small internal lock. Over time, that stress can cause hard shifting out of park or wear. The parking brake removes that load and holds the car the right way. On hills, parking brake first, then park. Your transmission will thank you. Don't shift to neutral at every stoplight. People do this thinking they're saving the transmission, but constantly shifting back and forth in stop-and-go traffic creates extra, where on linkages adds unnecessary movement, and can reduce your ability to react quickly if traffic suddenly moves. in most normal stops. Stay and drive and hold the brake. Use park only if you're stopped for a long time. Never drive through deep water if it reaches the transmission area. Water in the transmission is catastrophic. Transmission fluid can't lubricate properly if it's contaminated. Water can also lead to corrosion inside the unit. Flood water and deep puddles can enter through vents and seals, especially if the car sits in water. If you suspect water got in, don't wait and see. Get it inspected immediately. Don't drive with 2 feet in an automatic. Automatics are designed for 1 foot, controlling both pedals. Using 2 feet increases the risk of overlapping brake and throttle inputs, especially in a panic situation. Even light brake pressure while accelerating can overheat brakes, confuse vehicle systems, and create unnecessary load. Right foot only, gas and brake. It's safer and it protects your car. Bonus tip, last 20 to 30 seconds, stop topping off the gas tank. Here's the bonus tip that saves people money. When the pump clicks off, stop. Topping off can push raw fuel into the EVAP system, which is designed for vapor, not liquid. That can damage components like the charcoal canister and trigger annoying issues that cost real money to diagnose. Click. Done. Don't add just a little more. If you want your automatic to last, stop doing the habits that kill it slowly. Which one have you been doing without realizing? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more car longevity tips like this, subscribe. I post shop-proven advice that saves your repairs and keeps your car running longer.